A mass shooting at a Jewish Hanukkah event in Bondi Beach, Sydney has left at least 16 people dead and around 50 injured. Here's the report.
At least 16 people were killed in a mass shooting during a Jewish Hanukkah event at Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia. Authorities said the gunmen were a father and son, with the father fatally shot by police and the 24-year-old son in critical condition. Around 50 others were injured, with victims ranging in age from 10 to 87. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese revealed that the younger suspect had previously been investigated for extremist leanings.
The son first came to attention in October 2019. He was examined on the basis of being associated with others, and the assessment was made that there was no indication of any ongoing threat or threat of him engaging in violence.
Meanwhile, the United Nations condemned the incident, saying the festival should have been a celebration of the miracle of peace.
The Secretary General unequivocally condemns anti-Semitism in all its forms and reiterates that attacks on religious communities and peaceful celebrations strike at the core values of tolerance, coexistence, and human dignity.
For his part, U.S. President Donald Trump had this to say about the tragic incident.
In Australia, as you know, that was a terrible attack. And that was an anti-Semitic attack, obviously. And I just want to pay my respects to everybody.
The Philippine Consulate General in Sydney reported that it has not received any report of Filipinos affected by the attack.
Well, dito lumabas yung heroism ng several people sa Bondi Beach attack.
They were taking the videos.
Yes, not only that, but meron yung isa, one of the shooters was tackled by a guy who was shot, and now he's in the hospital. And the other one was also shot naman. One of the shooters was shot by, I think, a former and off-duty police officer. Ngayon, ang gusto i-revisit dito kasi ng mga several citizens sa area nila ng New South Wales or NSW is the most police officers pala or patrolmen are not allowed to have guns. So, di ba, may pictures na naglalabas ng mga officers in the scene na hindi na lumalapit sa scene because wala silang weapons.
How can they...
Meron lang silang either a taser, spray gun, or ano. So, they have to revisit the certain level of kung higher rank police officer ka that responds to things like this, baka kailangan ng weapon mo to defend, no? Kasi kung hindi sa dalawang hero na ito,
baka mas marami pang naapektuhan.
Oo, because these two father and son, high-powered, nakita mo the rifles that they were loading with. Di ba, they were shooting without mercy yung mga tao. It was really unexpected.
What was the rage about though?
Jewish. Mukhang white supremacists yung mga ito. Terroristic attacks. They had something against Jews. Kasi white supremacists has been on the rise recently. Not only in Australia, but also in the US. Parang whites against Asians, against browns, against Jewish people. Parang we're regressing in that matter. So parang we have to explore how we deal with this and sensitivity.
How do we address issue?
Kaya ngayon, yung mga magiging issue once the investigation is done is how do we arm or do we have a special unit daw sa area na yan or sa Australia? Do we have special units that deal with like this? Kasi ang tagal bago may maka-respond.
Tsaka ang question din also, paano nakakuha ng mga high-powered weapon itong mag-ama.
But I don't know the law there.
Kasi sa US, alam natin, magaan. Di ba? Some of the states there, magaan sila sa yung gun law nila. Pero sa Sydney, I'm not really familiar.
Parang most Western-based nations and some parts of Australia, as long as you're of age, you have license.
Pero ang security nila, ang police nila, walang baril.
The license. Pero ang police nila, walang baril. Yun ang medyo off yan.
Ironic, di ba?
Ironic na yan. But bless those heroes nga. Ang maganda pa dyan, yung naging hero na isa was a Muslim man. So parang hindi siya, a good example of a decent human being na he did not look Jewish to, but ko kampihan ko itong mga whites.
But as a human being.
But as a human being, he wanted to save innocent lives. And if you saw the video, very disturbing, but it makes you feel good that there are still heroes amongst us, diba, in times of despair like this. So prayers, of course, for all the victims, the family of the victims sa Bondi Beach.
Right.